This podcast is a member of the Place to Be Nation family. Visit us at placetobenation.com, the only place to be in your pop culture world.
Welcome everybody here on Stream House. Welcome everybody listening later as a podcast as part of Blockbuster Rewatch. I'm going to be Atherton, Keith Langston here. We're going to watch Batman from 1989. My favorite Batman film of all time. A lot of people's favorite Batman film. All right, we're watching on HBO Max, and let's hit that play button in 3, 2, 1. I love this movie. I saw it in the theater, everything.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 1989 is like one of the best years of movie, I think, in movie history. I mean, you had this, you had Back to the Future 2, you had, God, there's so many things. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. 89 is one of the best years, I think. I think 89, is it like 91 and then like 94, I think? Yeah.
93 had some good
93
stuff,
had some good stuff too, yeah.
94 is insane with Forrest Gump and Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. And The Shadow. Don't forget The Shadow.
I don't think I've ever seen The Shadow.
You've never seen The Shadow? You're not missing much.
God, I love this theme. And, you know, it's funny. He's watched. It's like Nick. Sometimes you forget Nicholson was top billed.
Yes. Isn't that the weirdest thing? But at the time, Nicholson should have been top billed. You know, I mean, he was definitely a bigger star than Michael Keaton. He's still a bigger star than Michael Keaton.
Well, he is. Yeah, Michael Keaton has been so great, but. And everybody was like, Michael Keaton, the comedic actor, is going to be. Billy D's in this.
Yeah, you got Billy D. I mean, Billy D. getting screwed out of the sequel, which I love. I love when he shows up in the Lego Batman as Two-Face, because it's just so awesome that they put him in Lego Batman as Two-Face. So, and in fact, that's one of my favorite Lego minifigures I have. It's the Billy D. Williams version of Two-Face. So, yeah. But, I mean, I remember just watching this opening and just being like, what is this? Like, what is this that they're going through? Like, is it some kind of is it the Batcave? Is it a cavern? And then they pull back, and as they pull back, you see what it is, and you're like, oh, yes.
I mean, people, too, were shocked about Tim Burton getting it, too.
Yeah.
Because he was like an art house guy, kind of like, he made these. Like, can he work with an established property, basically? Right. That was everybody's concern, because he had made, you know, all the other, you know, Beetlejuice and I think Scissorhands by now and everything.
I think he had already he did Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that and Beetlejuice were probably his two biggest up to this point. And then, but, I mean, if you think of it, the later Batman stories... Later in the 70s and 80s, like the Frank Miller era. This is the Frank Miller era. Like, this is exactly what Frank Miller was doing. Yeah. He was making it much more dark, much more, you know, mysterious, and just, you know, Gotham isn't this fun, goofy town like it was with, you know, Adam West. This is the dirty streets of New Jersey. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's wicked dark.
Yeah, the wicked dark, the dirty streets of Newark.
Newark, you know, you are. We get to see the the Waynes getting killed. How many times have they died more than Uncle Ben on film?
Yeah, because remember, we didn't even get an Uncle Ben death in the new Spider-Man. So
yeah,
I mean, unless you count the Aunt May death, and you know, I don't count that as an Uncle Ben death.
Yeah. Hey, Paul.
Yes, hey, Paul. This is totally like, I mean, you didn't. Well, because it's funny too, because again, this isn't an origin story. He's already established, and I love that. I love when they did established characters already. You didn't need, although the Batman Begins was a good origin story, so I'm not going to dump on that. But
that's right, yeah. Because this is what's funny is too, because I bit too just now because I'm like tired and stuff. But you're thinking that this is going to be Bruce and Martha Wayne getting murdered. And it's not.
Yeah. You think that's Joe Chill.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. She's not wearing pearls, though.
Oh, that's right. Who goes down an alleyway?
I know, seriously. He's like, let's go down here.
If you're from this area, you know not to go down the alleyways. I mean, look, I grew up right outside New York City. Not a moron.
No. Yeah.
Common sense.
Yeah. Like, are you going around? Were you walking around Central Park at night when you were a kid or as an adult?
No. Were you even going down like a side alley, like, in the city? No.
I don't want to go down side streets in Boston. And Boston's nowhere near as dangerous as probably New York City. Oh, God, I even remember when I think they released they definitely released like a comic around this time. And it was like a DC comic, and it was just based off of and I remember the opening scene and this opening scene here, thinking that was like, originally thinking that was like Jack Nicholson, the guy that he hangs off the building, and then going to see the movie like, oh, it's not. There ain't no bat.
How sleazy are these guys?
Yeah, this guy is definitely...
It looks like it's been a long time since either of them took a shower.
And I just love, like, you hear, like, the sound of just, like, the audio of, like, his feet on the roof and...
Yeah. Oh, no, they killed Batman. Movie
taking,
over.
like, point-blank range shots. And then this, I love, he gets up, he just...
He's just like, he's pissed. It's like, you shot me.
You shot me.
The batarang off the bat.
Yeah. Yeah, starting off right away with the tools.
I mean, this is how you start off a superhero film.
Absolutely. Don't kill me, man. I'm not going to kill you. I'm Batman. How many times has he said that in his life after this?
I know. After my son saw it the first time, all I kept hearing all around the house was, I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
That's the when you announced that you were watching this, I was like, yes, because this is seriously like, there's always the debate, who's your Batman, who's your Batman, who's your Batman? I'm like, there is only one Batman, and it is Michael Keaton. I'm sorry.
Look, Bale was fine. Affleck, okay. Clooney and Kilmer, peace out, yo.
No, there's only one. And it's not Adam West either.
It's not.
No.
Adam West.
However,
we did an episode of Blockbuster Rewind about the Batman franchise.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, look it up. Cheap plug.
Colt 45.
Ability. Anybody got a malt liquor?
I'm a man of few words. Let me put it to you this way. That goddamn Han Solo stole my ship. Oh, boy.
He snookered me at Sabak.
You haven't watched that yet, have you? Han Solo on Blockbuster? Are you going to watch that on Blockbuster Rewatch?
Yeah, that's going to, that would be a little while, though.
Solo?
I'm going in theatrical release order starting around April 12th.
Okay, you're going to go.
I got Slomka doing the first one.
You're going to do a theatrical release. Okay.
Yes. This is Jerry Hall.
Oh, my God, that is Jerry Hall. Holy shit, that is Jerry Hall. Wow. Was she with Jagger still at this point in 89?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Look how young Nicholson looks. And
I know.
Flatter yourself, Angel.
Hey.
I didn't see it. It's funny. People who are like our age, like, I was 17 when this 16, 17 was came out. I knew him from like, I don't know, was Witches of Eastwick, I think was that by then?
Witches of Eastwick was the first thing I think I remember seeing Jack Nicholson in. Even before like The Shining,
Yeah, I've never watched The Shining or Cuckoo's Nest.
I've seen The Shining. I don't know if I've ever seen Cuckoo's Nest. Have you ever seen like Chinatown?
Yes,
Yeah.
I saw. That was. You know, what was funny is I had a lot of physical media, and I ended up getting rid of most of it because I had to, downsizing with houses.
Yeah.
But when I was going through my divorce, basically every night I would go on the treadmill for the bike for an hour and a half and watch a movie. I lost a lot of weight, and it was like my whole shelf of like stuff that I bought and I was going to watch.
And watched a lot of movies.
It took me 3 nights to watch freaking Cleopatra.
Oh God. What's the one that he's in where he does keep the chicken between your knees? What's that one? That's
Is that as good as it gets?
No, that's the one where he's real young. He's at the diner. Nicholson's at the diner. I can't remember. It's not Easy Rider. He's only an Easy Rider for like 5 minutes, I think, or something.
Yeah.
He's not in it for very long, but yeah. I love Jack Nicholson.
Got our crooked cop here.
Yeah.
The hell's his name again?
Eckhart.
Eckhart. Robert Wool.
Robert Wool. I think
I did love Arliss though.
Oh yeah. I think Eckhart is. I think he's supposed to be. Is it Bullock?
I don't know. I'm not the biggest.
It's the guy that Donal Logue actually played in Gotham. I think it's Bullock.
I didn't watch Gotham. There's another one. Yeah.
That was it was a good show for a while. It kind of went off the rails like every friggin' Fox show, but it was good for a while. Yeah, Harvey Bullock. I think he was supposed. See, Harvey Bullock is like he's Gordon's like number one guy, and I think that, but he's not a crooked cop. He's just like he's like an old grizzly old cop, and so I think they wanted this guy to be Bullock, but they were like, you can't make him because Bullock's not a bad guy.
Yeah.
So.
That's a lot of scraps.
Yeah, there's a lot of cake.
Cheddar.
There's a lot of cheddar. Cheddar.
So he talks to the boss, not the number one guy. I love
Jack Palance.
I fucking love that guy.
Jack Palance, and then a year later he's friggin' Curly.
Yes. Hey, Curly. Kill anybody today yet?
Day ain't over yet. That's so good. I love the guy that's his. I love his guy. His number 2 here. What's this guy's name?
Oh God, Chuck?
Yeah.
No, not Chuck. Yeah, because I felt bad later on. Spoiler: what happens to him?
I know. Yeah, it felt like it wasn't necessary.
It was unnecessary, totally. Bob.
Yeah, Bob.
And he's credited as Bob the Goon.
Yes, and it's not Bob the Goon. I don't think. Hold on. Actually, I'm going to get up.
On IMDb, that's what they call him.
But I'm looking here. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's not Bob the Goon, but because I'll show you. All right, and then I got to get this one here.
The Batman.
Yep. All right, so
everybody's a skeptic.
Everyone's a skeptic.
Isn't that Man Bat that they drew right there?
Huh?
Isn't that Man Bat?
I think it was Man Bat. Yeah, because it's Man Bat, not Batman. So as you may know, Lego put out the Batwing and the Batmobile from Batman '89, and the minifigures. So there's your Vicky Vale.
There you go. And there's the real Vicky Vale.
Yeah, she's in the green dress that he picks her up in from the museum. You have your Joker.
With the hat too and everything.
Yep. And then this is my favorite Joker.
Wow.
The pen is mightier than the sword.
Whoa. I have a Joker, Alex Ross. It's in a bin right now because I don't have enough shelves. I basically have the whole Hall of Justice and then the League.
Oh, that's awesome. Wow. Like
Yeah.
action figures? That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
The only problem with them is in order to display them on a shelf, they can't be on their bases because they all have, not this one, but this one has a hole in the bottom of the foot.
Yeah.
For a peg, and a lot of the other ones have pegs that go into holes.
Ah.
So it's difficult to display them without having them fall. I went to go plug my cord in. I hit my head where I have my Avengers, and half them fell over.
So this is interesting. So it's two Batmen, but one of them has his utility belt, and he has the little bat gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird, but it's cool because like the capes are like leather, like it's like a pleather. So it's kind of cool that they're out like that. And then the last one is not Bob the Goon, but it's this goon. The guy with the stereo. I love this guy. And those are the minifigures that they came with the two sets.
Yeah, Palance is just chewing up the scenery here. Even more so, maybe even more so than Jack.
I would agree with that.
Because he knows he doesn't have a lot of screen time, so he's got to enjoy all he can, right?
Playing a mob boss.
Then, it looks like Jack is diddling the boss's girl here.
Ah, Jack. Hello, Jack.
And that look tells you all you need to know. He knows.
Over a woman.
Over a broad.
It's not the fumes you have to worry about, Jack.
Yeah, we're about to get the origin story. My number one.
Have you ever done that to somebody that you work with, or like one of your friends or whatever? I've done that before.
I've so many times.
You are my number
Your
one.
Lucky Duck
guy.
I've done that. So back in my fraternity, right?
Yeah.
And I was pledge master a few times, and the official title was Overlord, and then it's Overlord, and then the assistant pledge masters are Dragon Lords because our mascot's a dragon. So you always had the first Dragon Lord, which was your second in command, basically. So I would do that all the time to my first Dragon Lord. I'm like, Scott, you are my number one guy.
And that was fresh because you said you were 17 when this came out, so that was fresh when you were going to college.
Yeah, that was probably about 4 or 5 years later.
That's so funny. Now, is it fraternity? Can you say what your name was? Or
yeah.
All right, so your name's okay. I know the handshake is secret, but
we don't have a handshake.
You didn't have a secret handshake? No. What was your fraternity name?
Well, Sherlock.
Sherlock. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a reason behind that, or?
Yeah, there's a few reasons.
Okay.
One was because we have an event that we do every pledge class called Riddle Night, and you got to decipher riddles, and they lead you to the next location and everything. We're a little crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Looking for riddles. I jumped into a dumpster, a guy attacked by a raccoon, things like that.
While you were pledging, or is this like after?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, this is while I was pledging.
Oh, boy, okay.
Yeah. And then the other reason I found out later was because they said I bore a striking resemblance to Sherlock the Squirrel from the Magic Garden. So I'm going to go with the former reason.
But it's probably the latter.
But, of course, then it became a big joke. Like, they would try to get pledges to say, no shit, Sherlock to me to piss me off later on. What time's pledging start? I'm like, 9:00, like always. No shit, Sherlock. What did you say? No shit, Sherlock, sir. Better.
That's right. Okay. No shit, sure. That's funny. I had the unfortunate privilege of not having a nickname, not having a fraternity nickname, but having a nickname. And it was based off of a fraternity nickname. My name was Flounder, and that's because I looked like Kent Dorfman when I was in college. And there's actually like one particular scene in Animal House. It's the one where they're out in their uniforms, and he's told to face front. When he turns his face and he looks like it's a side profile, it looks exactly like me, and it's quite scary. And so my friends all call me Flounder, and that actually has ended up staying. I mean, it's my email address. It was my AOL Instant Messenger. It became my Yahoo email address, and I still have it to this day. And it's my Twitter handle.
I have a friend in high school who went by Flounder. We had a Flounder in my fraternity because my fraternity is Delta Tau Chi.
Oh, like really?
The same
letters? Oh, wow. Okay. You didn't go to Dartmouth, did you?
No, we're a local.
Okay.
The National was disbanded years ago. No, we were. There were a bunch of them at the time. There were probably like 5 Delta Tau Chi's, but we weren't linked.
Okay.
But
because I think the original one is from. It was supposed to be Dartmouth. I think, right? I think it was Dartmouth College.
Yeah.
Yeah. So wow. Okay. Wow, that's so funny. You were Delta Tau Chi. That's amazing. That's awesome. Yeah, we didn't have fraternities in my college. I went to Salem State. They didn't have fraternities. The closest you could get is if you were on like the lacrosse team. That was kind of like a fraternity, but that was it.
Or like a rugby team.
Yeah,
or something.
That was about it. But it was good. We still had parties and drank, but
we got the Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, like, the only thing about this is that no one knows who he is. I mean, everybody knew who Bruce Wayne was. I guess he just never shows up anywhere, right?
Who's that?
Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
They don't know what he looks like.
Yeah. King of the word for creepy. I would love to have these. I have these actually little nice coats of armor upstairs. My father gave them to me. I love this line.
Because I bought it in Japan.
How do you know?
Who are you?
He's like very unassuming. He's like, yeah. And she's like, hey, look at me.
Look at me.
I'm Vicky Vale.
I'm like one of the hottest women in the world at the time. And Court of the Maltese, wasn't that where they went in the Suicide Squad? When they go and they fight like the big starfish eye thing. I think it's Court of Maltese.
Oh, God.
Because I remember thinking, like, when that movie came out, being like, oh, my God, they're actually referencing something else in the Warner Brothers universe? Get the hell out of here.
Let's see. I'm going to look it up on the Google machine.
Oh, yeah, you're Batman. Yeah, yeah Batman. Yeah, they go to Central South American island nation, the Cordo Maltese. It's hilarious.
See, look at
it's like the only other reference they've ever made to that place in the DCEU.
Ooh, and you got Alfred, who's the real brains behind the Alfred. Get Knox and Grant.
Now, the following conversation does not make any He didn't seem that odd. He seemed actually pretty down to earth.
Yeah. Maybe it's because he wasn't what they expected him to be.
Sure.
Like. That's why they thought he was odd.
Well, he is odd. He's videotaping people in his friggin' arsenal room.
Yeah.
He's got, not only that, he's got, 4 cameras right now. How many cameras are you recording everybody with, Bruce?
All VHS.
VHS. Yeah. Oh, the Batcave. This was so friggin' cool. Oh, God, I wanted a friggin' Batcave, so bad.
Who doesn't want a Batcave?
I know. With perfect audio right here.
Mm-hmm. And they have to make him more you have to have glasses now because, he's got to be so more unassuming.
Mm-hmm. And he's the ultimate detective, right?
Yeah.
Did you feel that they didn't play up him being a detective as much in these movies? I know that was something that a lot of people had a problem with, was that he wasn't, because Batman's supposed to be the world's greatest detective, and he doesn't really ever do any detective work.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that was the case. I felt like he did quite a bit of detective work in this movie. Yeah. He figures out the combination of chemicals and you know.
Yeah, they didn't play that up enough.
No.
Yep. So Grissom's got his guy on the take there.
I love how they're in like 1940s like gangster outfits. Like very difficult to place the year in this movie.
Yeah. Well, it's as close to modern times, I think, but it's just that's the fashion style.
Yeah.
Jig is up.
Mm-hmm.
Ride it up.
Like this is just so stupid.
It's the only thing they don't have Tommy guns, so that's what puts them.
And like, what cop goes up and says "freeze" like that to a bunch of mob guys?
Very cinematic, I guess. Mm-hmm. Bullet sounding.
Yes. Yeah, like you're just expecting a ton of Wilhelm screams right here.
Now, why does the friggin' commissioner, come in front of the guys with the guns and everything?
I mean, it's nice to know that they kept with that consistency through these movies and then the Nolan series that Gordon knew his entire police force was dirty.
Yeah. That was a very Commandant Lassard thing. This is Commandant Lassard. This is Commissioner Gordon. You will all stop now.
What are you going to do about Mahoney?
We have many, many, many officers with us right now.
Let us continue looking at this picture. Her punky. The late, great George Gaines.
Yeah.
One of the things that I say all the time that Pete gets irritated with is I always call somebody incomparable. And he always goes, really? He goes, this guy's incomparable. There's nobody that could do this guy's job other than him. And I'm like, nope, incomparable. Like I say it about Ronnie Cox. He goes, really? He goes, no one else could play the roles Ronnie Cox plays. I go, nope, no one can play the roles Ronnie Cox plays. He's the only one that can play those roles.
There's the bet.
There is.
Know what I love too, and it reminds me of this movie every year when I go there, is Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey. We have the Batman coaster there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's set in Axis Chemicals. So you walk through there, even though there's like no, it's pretty much walk through and, not much of a wait. But it's still awesome. The music is playing.
Oh, yeah.
The theme song.
Yeah.
It's been there. Literally been there probably for close to 30 years now.
I went to Six Flags in 95, and I remember that was like, I think it had just opened, and that was like the ride everybody went on.
Yep. I still to this day, I go on every time there. Where I go down there a couple times a summer because my aunts have a house 10 minutes from there.
Do you get like the season pass?
Yeah. I hit the one in New England.
Yeah, so. My brother just got the season pass this year. My nephew was going out there with like his friend, and my brother goes, dude, the season pass is like cheaper than the day pass. He goes, and then if you go if you go twice, it like pays for itself basically. So he's like, we're just going to do that every year from now on. That now does the one in New Jersey have like the Superman ride, the big like roller coaster, or no?
Yeah, it's different.
Different than the one in New England. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah. The one in New England is similar to Nitro in New Jersey. The Superman in New Jersey is a flying coaster, so you're hoisted up and you're facing the ground. It breaks down a lot, though. That's the only problem with that one.
The Batman one still is you're dangling your feet, right? That's still like that? Yeah, that was. I remember that.
Yeah, they have a Riddler one like that in New England, but I won't go on it because I've gotten a headache from it like multiple times, so I won't go on it again. The Batman coaster, though, is pretty cool. It's a floorless.
Yeah.
There. And they have the Harley Quinn swing thing, which they have in New Jersey. It's a Wonder Woman thing. Yeah. Love this stuff. They have a Joker coaster at both of them.
Yeah. Those are good times, man. I remember that. I remember going to those. I haven't been to Six Flags in years. And, I haven't. I went to the one in New Jersey when I was in high school. That's it. Yep, Eric Eckhart's done. Think about the future.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, gets that right in the face.
Yep. In the face.
Oh.
Now, I always wondered, do you think he realizes who he is right there? Because you see how he kind of looks at him and he like loses him?
Yeah. Well, he's not the Joker yet.
No, but he knew that. Well, no, because he doesn't remember that was Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Who killed his parents. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me go ahead and from the guy that's like a friggin' supernatural thing.
Yeah. He's going to stop.
Shit. He turns. Shit. Oh, theatrics is always part of the order. Oh, hello, Batman.
Don't tell anybody. I won't tell anybody. You don't tell anybody.
Where'd he go? He must have went up.
Yeah. I love how he goes, and it goes up very like theatrically.
Yes, it's very theatrical.
Mm-hmm. And you see Jack's cards come out. Everybody's like, "Is that his eyeballs?" At first, you think it's eyeballs, but then it's like, no, it's his hand.
I don't know. For me, this isn't as dated as like Superman is, right? Yeah. Superman, the first Superman's dated. This is not. I feel like this is almost a timeless classic.
So, I'm doing Batman Returns in a month because I'm doing Wakanda Forever in 2 weeks with Nate Milton, and
isn't it a month exactly? Aren't you doing it on March 15th?
Yeah, yeah. So we have we got Penguin and Catwoman in there, right? Then we have Riddler and Two-Face. If I ever decide to do Forever, which I don't hate that movie, Batman and Robin, I friggin' hate. I hate that movie because you had conflicting villains with conflicting ideologies.
Yes. The only thing good about Batman and Robin is Schwarzenegger.
But then the rumor was they were going to do a fifth one, and the villains they wanted to be were Scarecrow and Harley Quinn.
Okay.
And the rumored people to play them was Scarecrow was going to be Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, okay.
And Madonna was going to be Harley Quinn. And it was going to be about Jack. They were talking to Nicholson about appearing in dream sequences.
Oh.
Because it was going to be about Harley Quinn, messing with him, and Scarecrow, because one thing that was Batman fear the most, the Joker.
Mm.
So that was what it was supposed to be. That was the rumored plot.
Okay. Would it have been George Clooney probably?
I don't know who the Batman was. I don't know how much Clooney was signed up for.
That actually wouldn't have been. See, if it was Schumacher, I don't know. Yeah. Like, I would have been on. I was on board with the. What was the third Batman? Batman Lives or Batman. It was like
Forever.
It wasn't Batman. No, it was the one that was supposed to be Tim Burton's, and it was like I think it was like Batman Lives and it was supposed to be kind of similar. How at the end of Batman Forever he like accepts his fate is he's Batman.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be kind of like that, and that's when I think Robin Williams was going to be the Joker, and they were going to have Marlon Wayans was going to be Robin, and then I think Tim Burton stepped back into the producer role. And then Michael Keaton was like, I don't want to do this. He's like, I don't want to do it without Tim Burton. So he backed out. And then it all fell apart. And then that's when they came up with everybody they had for Batman Returns, which, I mean, that would have been great if it was Robin Williams, Billy D. Williams, Marlon Wayans, Michael Keaton. Even if you get Michelle Pfeiffer to do a cameo, another Tim Burton movie, like that would have been great.
I know.
That's like.
So you get the Vicky Vale, Bruce Wayne date here at the mansion where they had awkward dinner in the big room, and then they go in and they have like a nice dinner with Alfred.
Looks like she's eating salmon in the pantry.
Servants' quarters.
Oh, I like how he tells them to leave everything. I'll tidy up in the morning. Like that's how I do things now. I just leave all the shit out on the stove. Just leave it on the stove. I'll take care of it in the morning.
That bothers my OCD.
It used to bother mine. then it just got to the point where I was like, I'm so tired after cooking dinner, eating dinner. I'm like, whatever's left over, I'll just take care of it. It's fine. I'll just leave it.
I'm like, I have such a schedule. It's like I cook like usually Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays leftovers, Thursdays to go somewhere, and then Fridays and Saturdays we're takeout. That's pretty much my routine.
Yeah, that's kind of similar. Yeah, we have like a similar.
But I'm also home. I work from home for the last 3 years almost.
Yeah.
So it's like I make breakfast and I make lunch and so many dishes. Oh boy.
This doctor's the balls. I love this guy. Let us see how we did there. Do you remember like Lisa? Lisa gets the braces, and they do this scene in The Simpsons. And she goes, "Mirror."
You're like, what is happening here?
Oh my God. I like at first he's all sad. He's like, "Oh no."
But the chemicals also mess with his brain too. Though.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. It's not just his physical appearance.
Yeah.
You got them shitty ass. That looks like the same stuff the dentists use in Little Shop of Horrors.
Damn you! I was just gonna say that. It's the same equipment Steve Martin had in Little Shop of Horrors. You'll be a dentist.
I did that in high school.
Were you the dentist, or were you Seymour, or who were you?
I was the plant. I didn't do the voice though, but I was a.
You were an Audrey. You were an Audrey too.
Yeah, I was Audrey too. Yeah, I worked. There were 4 puppets. I did 3 of them.
Nice.
The first one was like this. Second one was about this big, and it was a false arm on a coat. And Seymour did it. Then the other one like fit over me. And then the other one was like 150 pounds.
Wow.
The one for the whole second act.
Holy shit.
That I had to stand in.
And you had to maneuver the mouth and stuff like that? Like you had to go
I had to mouth like this.
Yeah.
Like this.
Oh my God.
I had to go down on the floor to eat everybody because everybody dies in the play.
Except for Seymour, or do you do the
Seymour dies.
You do the alternate ending where the plant takes over the world? Yeah. That's a great alternate ending. Mm-hmm. Is that the ending of the 1960 movie? Is that what it is? Yeah.
The Roger Corman ending. Yeah. Uh-oh. Such a horse shit.
That you've been fried. A woman. I just love that.
I love that you have him in the shadows.
Oh yeah.
Until we get that reveal.
Oh yeah.
Palance is like, Grissom's like, oh geez.
And I'm trying to think. I don't even remember seeing him in the trailer.
I don't think
Joker.
So.
Like I think you might have seen like Batman.
Yeah.
But I don't remember seeing Joker at all, which is why this was so good.
Yeah.
Maybe we can make a deal.
Jack is dead.
Ah, so good.
Joker. I love how they have like the carnival music playing as he shoots.
Oh yeah. And he's
already dead, and he fires like a whole bunch more rounds.
And for the record, his plot, his grand scheme, was so much better than Heath Ledger's.
Yeah.
Not Heath Ledger's ultimate goal of having one person fall completely. That was genius. But that first scheme where he to get caught, that was so wacky. But yeah.
Vicky Vale, you whore.
On the first date. Mm-hmm. What is this? Tinder?
I'd be afraid to go on Tinder in Gotham City.
Well, she is sleeping with like a billionaire, so
that's true.
He's just a little odd. He's not going to kill her, hopefully.
I don't think that. But do billionaires go on Tinder?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they just pay for somebody. Is he sleeping or is he exercising? What are your thoughts?
What is
on
happening? A little of both, maybe.
Now I have to point this out that before my brother got married, he would, and before I lived with him, he would have a Halloween party every year. And one year he went as Jack Nicholson Joker, and he got the costume, and he had his girlfriend did the face makeup and everything like that. My brother looked exactly like Joker. It was so good, and it was Jack Nicholson Joker. It was so friggin' good.
They get a load of me.
Yeah, and I ended up coming as I dressed as Danny DeVito Riddler. Not Riddler. Danny DeVito.
Penguin. Like Riddler.
Danny DeVito Penguin, and I looked a lot like him too. Like I got like a stringy wig. I got the friggin' top hat. I wore like the tuxedo jacket.
Wow.
Yeah, came with the friggin' umbrella and everything. It was good.
Wow. My best costumes were I did Austin Powers one year. Another year I did. That was like I bought a lot of the stuff for it, a wig and everything. But I did a homemade Ace Ventura.
Oh.
It was, I grew my hair so I could do the prompt and everything. It was hysterical. Sat there with my sister my sister had the curling iron to have the whole thing in the back. It was so funny. I used like a whole can of hairspray basically.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. If I had a Halloween party to go to, I wanted to do this last year. I wanted to go as Dusty Rhodes and I wanted to reach out to one of the wrestlers and find out who they have that does their gear and commission a friggin' Dusty Rhodes gear, to get the spandex shirt and the pants and everything. And then I would go out and find a pair of cowboy boots, and I was going to grow my hair out a little bit and bleach it, and then I was going to come in, shucking and jiving and stuff, but I have nowhere to go. It would just be me walking around my house.
I think I would faint too if I saw that.
I like his little fedora that he's got going on right
now. Yeah. He's got his little, whatever that is, a beret. And then he's meeting with the crime bosses here. What's with those eyebrows? I love the
grin. It's life's been good to me.
All right. Whoa. Oh, I got a live one here. I love his head starts lighting on fire.
And the old town
tonight. That's a Lethal Joy buzz.
There it is.
Oh boy. He's like, anybody else?
And his Joker thugs are like, get them. They're the Tommy guns.
Yeah. A Tommy gun. What's funny too is here it's the reveal that the skin tone is the makeup.
Yeah.
And his real skin now is the Joker white. As you see, look, as he wipes his head.
Yeah.
And it's oh wait.
So I love that. I always like that because he's in the Joker makeup first, and then he puts on skin color makeup. Poor Jack Nicholson had all that friggin' caked makeup on.
That's why he got top billing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's the one that had to get up at 4:00 in the morning to go sit in the chair for hours.
Yeah,
wasn't Keaton.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, his is better. I think is that how he's doing it, or is he doing it to kind of piss on Grissom's
he's doing it. He's doing a Jack Palance impression. That's 1,000% what it is.
Yeah.
I wonder if Palance was there when he did that. Like, was he sitting around? I don't really appreciate that, Jack.
I'm Jack Palance. You're not going to do that. What do you think of when people talk to when villains talk to their victims that are dead in movies?
I think it's a great indication of just how crazy they are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you're dead. He's so awesome in this.
Yeah. I love the story of when Cesar Romero was a Joker, and he refused to shave his mustache, so they put the makeup over it.
So good. Now, so let me ask you this question, the eternal question here: who's better in your opinion? Is it Heath Ledger or is it Jack?
Jack is what do you think the Joker should be, right? Heath did kind of a spin on it. You know what I mean? This was a Joker we're conditioned to know.
I think the one thing that I always took with the Nolan verse and the Nolan series is that it was much more based in reality.
Yeah.
And so Heath Ledger portrayed the Joker as how he probably would be in real life if he was really that person. I think one of the best things I've ever read about was that somebody is convinced that he was like a wounded vet. Yeah. Because he talks about war and stuff like that, and and how he already knew how to like handle like a rifle and at point, shooting at that distance. Because he must have been like a special. And I went, that actually would be fucking awesome if that was really how it was, Yeah. Like he was like a wounded special ops guy.
It's been a long time since I've watched The Dark Knight. I have to go back and rewatch it.
It's great. I mean, my favorite of those is the first one. I love the first one. Yeah. With Liam Neeson.
I haven't seen any of them in a while, actually. But it was such a godsend after the shit we sat through with the Schumachers.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
We're not gonna. I guess we're not gonna talk about Jared Leto.
The less we talk about Jared Leto, I think the better all of us will be. I've never been a fan really of Jared Leto. I think that obviously his Joker is just the only good thing I heard about his Joker. Somebody said is that he was actually Jason Todd. In that, he just like instead of becoming Red Hood, he became the Joker. And I went, okay, that would be good. Like if he was like tortured so much to the point that he snapped, and which is what allegedly happened to Jason Todd. So, and that's why
he was. My opinion was he was too much gangsta, and not a gangster.
Yes. Whereas Nicholson's a gangster.
Yeah.
This friggin' Marlon Brando lookalike here.
Yeah, I know. Speaking of Brando, I'm watching the Offer right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so good, so good. If you haven't watched it, watch it. I love period pieces and anything that's like Hollywood related. And oh my god, 3 episodes in, I'm like, I just can't wait to watch the next.
That's
Paramount Plus.
Yeah, and then is Mario Puzo, Dan Fogler.
Dan Fogler is Coppola.
It's Coppola. Okay, yeah, yeah. I like Dan Fogler.
I love Dan Fogler.
He's kind of like one of those. He's like a sleeper hit guy, Yeah. Like I'm kind of glad he got a little bit of his due in the Fantastic Beasts movies because I think that's good that he's like in that mainstream, at least one mainstream series.
Yeah.
Like, forget about. I love Balls of Fury. Like that's such a great movie, but I love Fanboys. Like he's so good.
Fanboy, yeah. Unfortunately, it's not anywhere we could do it on here, but I love that movie. The Hutch Touch.
Fanboys isn't on any streaming thing?
Nothing that's on here, at least. You can rent it on Amazon.
Would YouTube work on Stream Lounge or no?
It does, but I think it's like I don't know if it's ad. It has to be the ad support one. I'm not sure. I love this.
Once again, right
there. Oof! That's a pen to the jugular. Yep. Boom.
That'll beat anybody.
Freaking broad daylight. He's just doing his little thing here. Ooh. Bruce gets shot in the arm right there. Everybody's in character there.
Oh, hey, Bruce.
Hey, Vicky.
I thought you were away visiting. You had out of town.
Yeah, we got the Ed Koch cosplayer here.
I think that son of a bitch Han Solo owes me a ship.
Oof. I love how they really lean into the Joker gadgets.
It's so good. Get some of my press.
Definitely got more in the screw loose there.
More. Just a bit. Just a smidge more. Oh, the guy that's Bob is Cookie, and he plays Cookie in City Slickers, the chef.
Oh, really?
That's why I knew what he looked like. He looked familiar.
Huh. All right, so we all knew about Keaton going to be in the Flash movie.
Yeah.
So Super Bowl Sunday comes.
Yes.
Did your mind get blown? And then you go online to watch it on the YouTube?
It's going to be interesting. I'm kind of all on board with it. I mean, of course I'm on board with it. It's friggin' Michael Keaton. But I loved how everybody thought that it was Christian Bale on the Bat Pod, and then somebody immediately was like, "No, it's Affleck." You can tell. Like there's like another scene where it's like it's clearly him. But yeah, and then they have what's it? It's Kara is going to be in it, so it's not going to be Superman. It's going to be Supergirl. So yeah, I mean, I think it's mind is blown. I think it's. And I kind of like how James Gunn was like, we're going to go with this, and this is going to level set the entire universe. So I'm kind of interested to see how it all comes out.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think?
I grew up, not being a comic person, but my Saturday morning cartoons were Super Friends, so I'm chomping at the bit to see some of the things that I loved. At least my characters portrayed in a much better way.
Yes.
Better stories. And not, they it sounded, the way the DCEU was they put the wrong person in charge of the Vision with, what's his face? Snyder. All right. Too dark. All right. And then they seemed like it was all reactionary. Like Marvel took like the slow, we're going to build this like a house brick by brick. They decided to try to make a cake and it tasted like shit.
Yes. It was a shit cake.
It was a shit cake, the DCEU.
Yeah.
We come up with a lot of phrases on these streams on Black Panther. And when we get to Wakanda Forever, we're going to go back to sinking our ocular teeth into those movies.
Ocular teeth. Yes.
Ocular teeth. You're going to taste with your eyes. Copyright Nate Milton.
Yes.
The Godfather, patent pending.
That's good. I agree with though. Ocular teeth.
Because he was like, Andy Atherton, if you know Nate, just feast your eyes. This is a feast. I said, it's like a meal for your eyes. He goes, like, you got to put your ocular teeth into this movie. And this is kind of like the opposite in terms of, like, those movies are so colorful and bright and everything. This is so dark, but it's a feast for the eyes nonetheless.
Yeah.
It's just a different chef.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how it all comes together.
Mm-hmm.
Where they
go. Because we got Aquaman,
Yeah.
and we also have Shazam, and we also have there's 4, right? Aquaman, Shazam.
And then
Blue Beetle, which I know nothing about.
But I think Blue Beetle is like the start of the new universe.
Yeah, like the young Justice.
Well, it's so he had that announcement where he said
Blue Beetle was already done though.
Oh, okay. So that's supposed to be like what they're considered like legacy or something like that.
Kind of. He hadn't debuted yet, but it was already done, and like it's Miguel from Cobra Kai.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Playing Blue Beetle.
Oh, all right.
We'll play somebody the right age.
Yeah. Instead of playing a 17-year-old, it's like watching 90210.
Wow. This is a wacky newscast.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I know myself personally, I laugh a lot at bad news in the morning.
It's amazing that they come up with this chemical that kills you, but first it gives you the giggles.
Sounds like a couple drugs out there now.
Yeah.
Is it me or is that the guy that played the dude with the eyebrows that got burned?
Yeah.
He looks just like him.
Right?
He's got the same eyebrows.
Yeah. Oh, she falls over. It's like.
My legs.
That is some technology there.
Mm-hmm.
What production value on the Joker has?
Wonderful. Love that Joker.
Love that Joker.
Love that Joker. Uh-oh. He's been used. Brand X.
Oh, no. You've got the dead seagull. This is the ultimate mindfuck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's already in your products. Yep. Everybody's like,
it's like The Last of Us. It's already in. It's already out there.
It's already in the fly. Thank God they didn't have pancakes that morning, huh?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Them and then everybody with a gluten allergy. They're the ones that made it.
Yeah. Or if you're on a diet like me, I wouldn't have had that stuff that day.
No, good. You're not eating any carbs. Good for you.
I'm eating carbs, but I'm keeping low carb. I had for dinner the other night. I had the rest of it for lunch. I had heart of palm pasta.
Oh,
which actually isn't bad, from Trader Joe's, with turkey meatballs that I bought at whatever store. I put some sauce on it. It's fine. It's not exactly the same, but it's good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see them now that they haven't been.
This guy's got zits everywhere.
I know. Guy's got whiteheads everywhere.
Yeah. This woman looks death warmed over. I also like how, her hair is out of control. You can brush your hair.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? You think with the lack of hygiene going on in Gotham City, the sex is going down there? People are like, that's a little
there was
ripe down there.
There was definitely not it wasn't a summer of love.
The summer of stank.
Thank God Vicky called and said she was going to be running late to the thing.
Yeah. I like that they kept him and Commissioner Gordon consistent though through all 4 movies.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that I think at least Alfred lived through. He could have played Alfred in the Nolan movies. I think he was alive.
Yeah, this is freaky. It's like something out of like Twilight Zone. Jack.
Ugh.
What is happening there? I know.
I like how it's the Flugelheim Museum. I don't know if you noticed it on the front. It's the Flugelheim.
No, I never noticed it before.
It's not the Guggenheim. It's the Flugelheim. The Batman.
Now, see, I like Prince. I don't love Prince. Okay. Yeah. When I saw like Prince was going to be like doing the soundtrack and the amount of money they paid him to do it for, I'm like, why do we need Prince in this movie? Or his music, at least, in the movie. Nothing against him. Like, again, the guy was a genius. It's just, I like a few of his songs, but outside of that, I'm like...
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually... I like Prince. My ex-wife loved Prince. Yeah, and she was a big Prince fan. And I remember, like, when he died, she was really devastated about that.
A lot of people were,
yeah. But I also was like, he hadn't done a lot in the last,
for a while.
And I think it was the same thing with like Michael Jackson. It's like, oh, well, he was preparing a comeback album. It's like, okay. I mean, it was like he had been preparing a comeback album for the last 15 years. Like, it's the same thing with Prince. Like, when was the last time Prince done something?
Yeah.
Not that means it's okay for him to die, but it was just, it's kind of like, okay, I get it, but.
Somebody gives you a package with a mask that says, put this on right now.
I put that on right now.
Yeah.
I don't wait to see somebody pass out from some purple gas coming in, some purple stank.
I don't think they're passing out. I think they're keeling over.
He's killing them.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a Joker.
That's true. He doesn't care about...
He poisoned all the products.
He doesn't care about body count.
No. Right in their tiramisu. Yeah, they gone.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking look on his face. Lawrence, that's the guy. This is Lawrence right here. That's Lawrence.
And these guys have like no rhythm.
No.
Ugh. This is the price of this art. I like the one guy that just sits there and goes back and forth.
Yes.
Let's just mess up like all these priceless art.
Yeah, but I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that, and I'm like, that definitely deserves somebody to say Joker was here.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
No rhythm, people. Oof.
And the best is like Bob's taking notes. Like Bob's keeping a record of like what stuff's getting destroyed.
He's doing inventory.
He is.
Bob's got the least amount of rhythm.
Yeah.
Oof. What'd that art ever do for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, seriously, it looks like it's like a ripped open chest.
Hey, we're gonna die in fancy at least.
He's so fucking funny in this. Ooh.
That is a big ass boombox there.
Mm-hmm. Even the lighter is just so goofy
and over the top.
Yeah. Crap.
That's not a way you're going to get her to like you.
No.
Call it over for his crap.
Mm-hmm.
He likes the picture of the dead person. She was like, what was in that water?
What was in that water?
Homicidal artist.
Mm-hmm. That's a title. That's like a.
It is.
That's like anal rapist.
Yeah.
The first analytical therapist. Do I look like I'm joking?
Uh-huh. Well, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Artists.
Give me a tuba, and I'll see what I can get out of it. That's a warning. If anybody ever tells you to be part of the avant-garde, just keep walking.
Yeah.
Because that's just bizarre.
Mm-hmm. Oh, boy. Let's see.
She didn't look terrible.
It's not the worst.
No.
Mm-hmm. So animated. Make a hat, or a brooch, or a pterodactyl.
Oh, and those shoes. Awful. And that dress.
Look at that. That's a pretty dangerous flower there.
There it is. I love this pod. This laugh is great right here.
I know. And she actually feels bad for him.
Yeah.
After he just tried to get her in the face with some acid.
But this laugh right here is so good. He always has to make an entrance. Mm-hmm. Always, goddamn, always got to make an entrance.
Mm-hmm. Hold on to me.
This guy in his lame attempt to catch him.
Great line there too. Mm-hmm. Which they do in Mallrats.
That's right.
Where do you get those wonderful toys? And Jay kisses on Bob.
The coolest Batmobile of all time.
Yeah. I think so.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can make the newfangled one, the Prowler, whatever you want to call it. Give me this one any day of the week.
Yeah.
They have this.
Yeah.
Outside of the ride at Grave Entrance.
Yeah. It's great.
Mm-hmm. It's still there, yeah.
It's just such a kick-ass.
It is.
I had a Matchbox of this. I got the Lego of it. I think I had a toy version of it because I went nuts with the Batman toys.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even read comics. I wasn't even a comic book reader.
Yeah.
But this movie was so good.
It was. That's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Just everything about it. The whole design, from the sets to the props to the vehicles, everything is so spot on.
Like I said, it's timeless. It's ageless. It's this is just never going to this is never going to be old looking, because it almost looks like a period piece, even though it's not supposed to be. but it still kind of looks more like a period. Whereas, like, I don't think the Superman looks like a period piece. I think Superman just looks old, you know?
Yeah.
And obviously, like, the Nolan ones they're too new to, like, be considered, like, real old. I mean, they're not that new, but, like.
I love that. He's got the little voice control that tells it gets it to lock up.
I had, my friggin' Batmobile had, like, a little plastic thing that you would put, like, a shell over it. It was so cool. Nice. Like, just a little, like, really chintzy plastic thing, but it was so awesome.
I think that's a personal question.
Yeah. And then that's when Mallrats when he does that.
Hold on.
Wait. Uh-oh.
Check his wallet. Let's roll him. Hey, Ma, the kids rolled him already.
Hey.
Perfect timing, too. I don't think they even see who he is.
No. Because she distracts them right when it's necessary.
Yeah. Oh, right in the kisser.
Pow, right in the kisser.
What is it? The Joker's ninja here?
Yeah.
He just stands there. It's almost like Indiana Jones.
I was going to say, this is a very Indiana Jones. Yeah. It's a very Raiders thing, except he doesn't, he actually fights him for a minute.
Yeah.
As opposed to shooting him.
He's like,
Bob's
Bob,
like, no, I'm good.
I was like, fuck this noise.
Fuck this noise.
I actually, right over there, I have a GCPD hat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I also have a Wayne Industries mug.
Nice.
Yeah, well, they actually have some really cool merch at Six Flags.
Yeah.
I mean, in New Jersey too, that there's a whole area. It's kind of separated a little bit, but you have because you have Batman, and you have the Dark Knight, which is based off the Nolan films.
Okay.
It's a mouse coaster indoor. But then around the corner, and it needs some love though, is the Hall of Justice. And you go into the Hall of Justice, and it's a 3D, kind of ride. We shoot stuff and everything like that. It's pretty damn cool. And it looks just like the Hall of Justice from the cartoon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they got a cyborg ride, which I'm not going on because it's too much of the spinny, flippy, dippy.
Yeah.
Huh. And then you have the Wonder Woman, which is a pendulum thing. And then in another part of the park is where that Superman ride is. And then there's the Green Lantern coaster, which is a stand-up coaster, which is, somebody always throws up on it.
It's a stand-up coaster?
They're always
stand-up coaster?
Yeah. Yeah, basically you're sitting on like a bike seat.
Okay.
Like one of those banana seats kind of thing. And your feet are on the ground, and you're like kind of like your knees bent a little bit, but you're like this.
Oh, wow.
It's okay. It replaced the Scream Machine, though. And they have the whole thing in Blackest Day and Darkest Night. But they're always hosting that fucker down.
Yeah. I'm sure they are. That was like in Canopy Lake, we had the Turkish Twist. And the Turkish Twist was just the one that it was the spin-a-rooney one. And that's where you got stuck to the wall. And that was always when somebody always booted on that ride. Always.
Yeah. We had one that it was actually they just changed it back. Originally, it was Medusa, which is like a mining company kind of thing, and for a good long time they rethemed it to Bizarro, and they just changed it back to Medusa. It's a really good coaster though. All right, so Vicky Vale gets inside the Batcave.
And how? Bats.
Like how high? How long a drop is that?
Pretty good drop.
Were you expecting the Batcave to be bigger, smaller?
Probably bigger, only because it's always portrayed kind of as bigger. But then again, it made more sense, I guess.
See, well, the women are screwed.
Yes.
Because it's in the perfume and the lipstick. I've solved it.
I've solved it. I've solved the case.
I've solved the case.
I've solved the case. No, he did not have that deep of a voice. Like, his Batman voice is not that different. What people? Who the fuck's talking about me now? Don't listen to them.
You're not normal.
Yeah.
Looks like a centipede screen in the back, the mushrooms and everything.
Yeah. Oh, the film.
Hey, all of a sudden now she
That's
like what is it?
They did that in Batman Begins though, right? Where he takes her back to the Batcave and then he knocks her out and brings her back home.
He took the film out of her boobs too.
Yep. Ugh, this guy's a creep.
Yeah.
You want me to come over? I'm gonna come over.
Come over. Yeah, you need me there, right?
Oh, it's hot.
Oh, it's wicked hot.
It's so hot. It's hot like me hot.
Batman cracks Joker's poison code.
This guy's still got no fucking makeup on.
Yeah.
He's like Elvis.
He's got no regard for TVs.
No.
Because this is at least the second or third one he's destroyed.
It's an oversized gun.
Take this. Oh, here, wash this.
This needs to be reloaded with another oversized bullet. I like him just chilling in the Batcave in like his regular suit.
Yeah. I don't think you need to. I don't know, requirement to wear a suit in the Batcave, right?
No, but I think like Ben Affleck was in the Batcave. He's wearing the bat suit,
Yeah,
but,
I think so.
Hi. Can we talk?
This is probably her peak hotness in this movie here.
Yeah.
In this scene.
Yeah.
I mean, she's gorgeous in every scene, but this is just the peak hachi machi.
I like that it's the kind of one of the things that always makes me laugh is, so he comes in, he goes, nice apartment, lots of space, and then the Joker does the same exact thing.
Oh boy. He just
shut the fuck up.
I gotta tell you this. All right. You know.
Okay. You're married.
I am married. My mistress is crime fighting.
Married to a different type of job.
She's trying to follow along
Yeah.
there. And even we're having trouble.
Yeah. This is the best explanation for like his job, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like somebody gets up and goes to the bathroom and takes their morning constitutional, and then they shave and they shower, usually reverse order.
Yeah.
And then they go downstairs and they realize they forgot to get gas for their car the night before, so they got to stop and get gas on the way to work, and you know.
Get some parliaments.
Yeah.
couple scratches
and some parliaments.
Stop at Dunkin' on the way.
You got a problem with Dunkin's? What are you, a Starbucks guy?
Trim your nails.
Right here, lots of space. I don't know why that pops me every time I hear it. Lots of space.
She's got to sell a lot of photography.
Photography.
She's got to sell a lot of photographs to afford that space.
Yeah, and she just moved to Gotham.
Yeah. Talking about calling somebody a sideshow phony.
You know, Vic.
Oh, poor Alicia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn. Kind of ruthless there.
He is ruthless.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Another rooster in that house.
Mm-hmm.
I know you are. I love that. He thinks he's a swab and all that.
I like him already. Yeah, it seems about right.
Yeah, Joker's a little confused here. Let's get nuts. That's a little gun.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
And I will strike down thee.
Right? Never
Never
rub another man's rhubarb.
That could be where Tarantino got some influence there for Jules.
Oh, sure.
Speech.
Ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
He's a sad clown.
He is.
Tragic clown.
He is a sad clown. He's tragic.
You know what, Pat? We need a character that's a clown, but he's an evil clown.
You mean like Joker in that Batman movie?
Yes, but we're not going to call him Joker. Let's call him Boink. No, that doesn't sound
No,
right.
we shouldn't boink the guy.
No, let's call him Poink. No, I got it. Let's call him Doink.
That's his.
I love this.
Oh, Vince, that's wonderful.
She just passes out right there.
Vince, can I ask you a question? Can he be a gay clown?
Well, pal.
That's not going to fly with me, pal.
Look at that. Using a microfiche machine.
Microfiche.
Microfiche. We had to book time on the microfiche when they only had a limited amount. Kids don't know what that is. Between that and the overhead projectors and the Dewey Decimal System.
Do they even have microfiches anymore?
I'm sure they do. In the archives.
The archives. At the Library of Congress.
Yeah. I'm sure they have them because unless they've scanned every single piece of microfiche out there, they have to have at least a machine or two.
So the microfiche was it the original that they made all the newspapers off of? And then they would, or was it like a copy that they would just then turn into that microfilm and then keep it? It had to be that, right?
They turn it in a microfilm because then you can blow it up and everything.
So
like
funny.
That.
It's so funny, that's what they had.
A picture of all of it. Yeah. I remember having to go to the library to study and stuff like that.
Because
we didn't have the interweb.
No, we didn't really have the internet until I was in college. And that really wasn't even, that definitely wasn't for resource materials. It was mostly just for email.
I was out of college already.
I mean, there's probably a lot of kids who just use Wikipedia for their site material, their source material.
Yeah.
Because at least Wikipedia puts the source material at the bottom, so you can still do that. That's even if teachers make kids do citing source material still.
I know. Oh boy, he's breaking in again. Just buy your own channel.
Yeah. He has a tremendous singing voice.
We're showing the gentler side of the Joker here.
I'm not a killer.
That'll get everybody's attention. I love that effect.
Boom, get out the way.
Just does a wipe.
Mm-hmm.
Just.
Here's what I found.
Yeah, trying to frame Batman now as the bad guy.
The Bat.
Because I'm going to give you all money.
Yep.
So Batman's the bad guy. Did you? It's so funny though. It has aged well, but sometimes some of the equipment just cracks.
Oh yeah. Well, like the VHS tapes and stuff.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's so funny. Like when I watch Star Wars, the original, the control panel for the Death Star is a thing from our edit rooms, literally, that we used to have when we actually had. We used to do stuff on tape. Now everything is file based. It's called a switcher. It's called, He's putting 2 and 2 together.
Mm-hmm.
Now we get the Bruce.
It's not the movie they were going to see though, which is disappointing. Yeah. The movie they're seeing is The Mask of Zorro, and that's always been the case.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Again, though, I don't know why his dad's going down the alley either.
Some poor decision making.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, in the Nolan ones, I don't remember this for sure, but somebody said that, isn't it Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Lauren Cohan?
That's
Is that those, or is that
that's the Snyderverse?
Snyderverse, yeah. Sorry, they're too young to do that one. It's so funny how it's Negan and Maggie, playing Bruce and Martha Wayne.
Yeah.
Joker versus Negan. That'd be an interesting matchup.
That would be an interesting matchup.
There are the pearls.
Yeah, the pearls.
Oh, my pearls.
String of pearls. It's pearls.
Oof. And there goes the popcorn.
Hey, kid.
You do a good job, too, casting this young version of him.
Yeah.
Oh, you let him live.
It's like
you could have.
It's like that guy in World War I who didn't shoot Hitler when he was running the message. It's like you let the guy live. Now what?
Yeah, look what you did.
Look what you did. Look what you did, you little jerk.
And Alfred just says, "Hey, I'm going to blow your secret here."
I felt like it was time, sir. Alfred.
It's not your decision to make, Alfred.
I made the decision for you, sir.
It's not your call. It was special.
It was. You got to me.
You could say that. Let me in. I'm here. Does every love interest know his secret identity in these movies? Not in the Clooney one, I think, right?
No,
he's diddling Elle Macpherson.
Yeah, Elle Macpherson doesn't know, but yeah, I think Val Kilmer, she finds out in that.
Yeah, and Catwoman knows.
Catwoman knows.
Yeah.
Catwoman finds out the best way.
Yeah,
the way she finds out is so good. And then Catwoman knows in the Nolan verse. Rachel Dawes, New England Nolan verse.
Actually, that's what I'm doing in 4 weeks is Batman Returns.
Yeah.
Actually.
That's so good.
So you'll find that out.
Yeah.
I've got to go to work. Back to where it all began. Axis Chemicals. I wonder, did people think Jerry Hall was going to be Harley Quinn? Like when they first saw her?
Well, I mean, I don't know. She can't be because I don't even think Harley Quinn was invented yet.
Okay.
Because I think Harley Quinn, I got to look it up now. Now I got to look
it up. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Harley Quinn was invented actually in the cartoon first.
Okay.
So she shows up. Yeah, she shows up in the animated series in September 11th, 1992 is her first appearance.
Okay.
And then she quickly shows, like, she's in, like, a year later, she shows up in Batman the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that new Harley Quinn cartoon.
Oh, you know what? I need to watch that. That's the one on HBO, right? It's good.
You haven't watched
it's
yet?
Good, right?
It's like Deadpool meets The Boys in animation.
Okay.
Do you watch The Boys?
Yeah. And Deadpool, yeah. So.
Yeah, there's an episode that is like a cartoon version of Herogasm.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
And my son watched it. Like he comes downstairs, he's like, "Dad," I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Did you watch the new Harley Quinn?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "Oh boy, I got some explaining to do here."
Well, son, see, when several people like each other.
Yeah. But it's so good, though. Oh, my God. You have to watch. They just dropped a Valentine's special.
Okay. I'll have to...
Yeah, you can get through it quickly. They're half hours.
They are half hours? All right, I'll have to start watching that then. I'll have to start picking that up.
God.
You know what I loved? I always wanted to get a print. Like a nice big poster was the Alex Ross, her and the Joker, the Tango with Evil. Yeah. I love that picture. I like Alex Ross's art anyway. You know?
We got even, worse rhythm than we had at the museum earlier.
Yeah, none of these people know how to dance and hand out money at the same
Bob.
time.
Bob has like no rhythm whatsoever.
Bob's got no rhythm.
Sure. And one Joker we haven't talked about yet either is Joaquin Phoenix's.
Yes.
It's fine. I consider that like its own thing.
It's very much more in the vein of the realistic Nolan-verse Joker, where it's like, he's not even, I mean, he has no Batman yet, so it's like, it's good.
Well, they're introducing Harley Quinn.
Yeah, and the next one.
Lady
Gaga. Which is really funny that we talked about earlier with Madonna playing Harley Quinn because, wouldn't Lady Gaga is like the modern day Madonna,
Yeah, pretty much.
So that makes sense. Although I like Lady Gaga. Like she's a pretty good actress.
Yeah.
But then again, Madonna wasn't terrible as Breathless Mahoney, so.
Yeah. But Lady Gaga was really good in Star is Born and really good in House of Gucci.
I did not see House of Gucci, so I will take your word for it.
She carries that movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gotham's Greed.
Mm-hmm. These guys have guns. There it is, Batwing.
So cool.
So one of the things I wanted to do with the Lego Batwing is because I have it hanging on my wall, like actually like right in my bedroom, and I wanted to get like a poster of the full moon to put behind it. But the thing is huge. Like the poster I would have had to get would have been like massive. I almost feel like I should just paint my wall like a light shade of gray and then paint like a white moon behind it. But
there you go.
I'm not paying my wall. But
when I was it was like Christmas one year. I don't know if I was married yet to my ex-wife, but we went down to the city with a few other couples, and we were like, going doing the Christmas thing, and we're in the Warner Brothers store, and all of a sudden we're in this one part of it, and the lights go down, and the wall of TVs turn up, and it's the Riddler from Batman Forever.
okay.
And next thing you know, a Batwing comes down from the ceiling.
That's awesome.
And it goes in tandem from the movie, scene from the movie where he's going to the Riddler's hideout. And you just look up, you just see the Batwing flying.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like cat hair on me. That was cool.
That's awesome.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Joker's a big fan of poison gas. Uh-oh. I think he's going to figure out what's going on.
Yep. Bet she wishes she kept that mask he gave her.
I know. See? Greed will kill you. What is he, the Fonz? Oh, jeez. That is messed up. Oh, haha, dodge, turn, parry, thrust, spin. Team.
Arliss is trying to do some damage.
I know. Arliss is going to mess you up.
Arliss is going to fuck you up. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
This is a very cool scene.
Yeah.
Not nice, use of models, and you can definitely tell this is a miniature, and they have the camera coming through it. That is a screaming baby balloon right there. Ooh, that's gotta ruin your day.
That will ruin your day.
Oh, that's. I'm not happy at all. It's just gonna. It's like, let me in. He's like sitting there holding his breath.
I like she leaves him. She's like, well, he's all done now.
He's like, oh, he's resting comfortably in the garbage.
With feathers on him. He's all right.
What is he doing here? Ah, he's collecting the balloons. My balloons. It's like Al Pacino in Ocean's 13. My diamonds.
My diamonds. My diamonds.
He's like, shit, he took my balloons. He's just going to let him off so that they could just go poison somebody else.
Yep. They're China's problem now.
This is messed up. It wasn't Bob's fault.
I just look at the look on his face.
Does Bob have any lines?
Yes, sir. That's so cool. That's so cool.
I think Joker's about had enough of Batman.
Yep.
He's like, I'm going to take his ass down now.
Now, this Batman will kill people. Because he's shooting at the Joker here. He just is missing him.
Uh-huh.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Use the force, Batman. Use the force.
Trust your instinct.
Trust your instincts, boy.
Why won't you die?
I don't know how he misses him.
I know. Whoa. That is a...
That's a hand cannon.
That's a bit of a gun. And it takes down the Batwing no less.
One shot.
Mm-hmm. What was he, like Airwolf?
Mm-hmm.
He's got to get that, like, one perfect little shot. Yep. There was a time when we had competing helicopter shows on TV. We had Airwolf and Blue Thunder.
There was a time.
Airwolf won that.
There was a time.
Yeah. There was a time. Whenever I sound like that, I think I'm like, I'm you know,
dating yourself. Yeah.
I'm channeling Pete.
Yeah.
The way he tells stories.
Yes. He sends me texts every day of like all the people that show up on Bonnie Miller, because now he's into Bonnie Miller right now. He's like, look at this guy's in this episode of Bonnie Miller. And I think now he's on to, he might be on to Fresh Prince now.
Hey, Barn, doing my best Wojo impression.
Yeah, he loves him. Better make it 10.
Yeah. That's kind of a high climb. Shall we?
Shall we?
Ugh. He done messed up my Batwing.
He done messed up my Batwing.
Where do these stairs go?
They go up.
They go up.
They go up.
All right, let me know when we get to the 20th floor. I'm going to throw up.
They go up.
Oh, it's retractable. Confucius say a man who fought in church must sit in his own pew.
Oh boy!
So much for the stealth approach here, Batman. He's like, oh shit.
There's a lot of
stuff. Don't you have like a thing on your belt you can like?
I left it in the bad pod.
She can't keep a hold of her shoes in this movie.
No, but how interesting it hits his stare.
I know. Who drops his shoe? Honestly,
you felt like a woman. Who throws his shoe? Honestly,
that really hurt.
Aww.
It's not mine, baby, I swear.
It's not mine, I swear, baby.
Somebody's throwing a prank on me.
This sort of thing is my bag, baby. Oh.
You rang. He's up in the belfry. I had a teacher that used to tell us if we were at like being a little ridiculous or crazy. She's like, you got bats in your belt.
Mm-hmm.
Sister Rose. At least he's one of those leaders in the front.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they still got that acid flower there. Looks like somebody's taking a piss, though, for a second.
Are you taking a piss?
Oof. Surprisingly, that doesn't take out more stairs.
Yes.
Good thing they weren't in there. Good thing they were a little late.
Thank God you weren't in there.
Look, it's the other shoe.
The other shoe has dropped.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to move that, Commissioner.
No. Okay, let's go.
All right, that's it. Fuck this.
Fuck this guy.
Batman will take care of it.
Batman will take care of everything.
It's like, are they playing strip poker or something like that? I keep finding like body clothes here.
This seems a little odd.
Mm-hmm. It's a spotlight. It's low. It's quiet.
Too quiet.
A little too quiet. Where's the Joker?
It's funny. We're at our timestamp is 1:50, so there's only like 10 minutes left of this movie.
I know.
And we haven't even had like the climactic fight between the two guys.
I know.
Like he's still dealing with like schlubs at this point.
I know.
And the fight between him and the Joker is like a good fight, you know.
Yeah. Is this the katana guy?
Yeah,
again?
this is more of the Indiana Jones one. I feel like because he just does that and he hits the guy in the balls.
Yeah, right in the mommy daddy button.
Right in the mommy daddy button. Oh, she must have a wide foot. She got both of them. That's my favorite line from Kingpin is when she kicks him in the balls. Oh, you must get a wide foot. You got both of them. This guy's great. He just falls through the friggin' floor.
That was kind of a waste of a henchman right there.
Anticlimactic.
Well, that was what was his name again? Albert. He was the guy with he was the boombox guy.
Oh, well, this guy friggin' this is friggin' who's this? Tony Atlas. This guy looks like Tony Atlas here.
This guy's a little diesel.
Yeah.
Here.
Whipping a chain around. This guy does the most damage to Batman, actually.
Yeah.
He fights him. He, like, boxes with him.
I tell you, Vince must have watched this movie. He got a lot of ideas out of it.
He sure did. This would have been right in his wheelhouse in 93 through 98.
Yeah.
He got stuff for 5 years off of this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, even gives him a press slam.
Seriously, this guy, Tony Atlas here, knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Ron Simmons, whoever you want to call this guy. Look at it. He's punching him in the gut.
Almost like Blade here.
Yeah.
Zeus.
Imagine if this guy was the guy to kill Batman.
Oh my god!
Like how excited Joker would be.
One thing you notice too, like it's not a very diverse cast.
No.
In this movie, I mean, I think he's only the second diverse character after Billy Dee.
Yes.
In the whole movie.
Yes. And he dies.
Yeah, and he dies. But at least it's against the trope of dying early.
Mm-hmm. That's true. and the other African American actor doesn't even die at all. So hey, how about that? Look at Tim Burton being very progressive.
Now, did he drug her, or is she just so damn tired from walking up all those friggin' stairs?
I think it's a little of that. Yes, I think she's just exhausted, and she's she's resigned herself to the fact that she's going to die because he's going to kill her.
Yeah.
And then she sees the bat, and she goes, "Uh-oh."
He gonna mess you up. It's like, what is she doing?
Oh, he's like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It's kind of like when Princess Jasmine starts, making moves on Jafar at the end of Aladdin. His face.
He goes. He's thinking she's about to go down on him, and then he gets punched. He gets cock blocked by Batman.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, Batman and Joker are basically responsible for creating the other. Oh. Ooh, that's got a smart right there. See, there you go. You got glasses, would you? Oof. You think, oh. Nope. Oh boy, they're in peril now.
You're laughing at. Where does he get the fake hand gag?
I don't know. Where's he get any of his gags? He's got gags.
I know. Where does he get those wonderful toys?
I know. Who is he, Gallagher?
He's Gallagher. Here's another watermelon for you.
Well, I can never do that thumb thing where people go.
Oh, yeah. I haven't done it in years.
Kind of voodoo magic is this?
Kind of voodoo magic.
It's a little dark out to be wearing sunglasses.
Yeah, well, these guys are all Corey Hart. What do you want?
Yeah. Oh, my ride's here. Yeah, he's gonna kill himself, all right.
This is probably the worst moment, like, in anybody's life right here. Like, oh shit. And for years, I used to think, what would be like? Is it worse for him to be on the third rung or the last rung? Because I feel like having the two rungs in your face is just going to complicate things.
Yeah.
And it's almost like he could have gotten away if he was on the last rung. If they had just taken the helicopter over this much, he would have fallen onto the ledge there.
I guess so. If he can get his arms underneath the rung, it would pull that. Well, I don't know if the helicopter would be, or if these idiots in the helicopter would have gone over the roof.
That's what I'm saying.
To let him drop.
Yep.
Now that was some bad CG. There.
Yeah.
It's no, Hans Gruber.
No, it's no Ronnie Cox from RoboCop. That's for sure.
Nobody else could have played that role.
Do you remember that CGI though, where he had like really long arms, like he's falling, he's like, ah!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like how they should have been a lot closer to the ground.
Yeah. Well, at this point, you're like, oh, they're kind of dangling there. Like, what are they close to?
Yeah. They're going to have to wait for a ladder to come and get them. Because, again, she weighs too much, so it's not going to pull them up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That is creepy. The little voice laughing.
Oh, yeah.
And fall from that height.
He wouldn't even still be together.
He'd be kind of like a Joker puddle.
Yeah, he's not still... I love it.
That is creepy.
His reign of crime. There'll soon be a new reign of crime.
Yeah.
I lived it.
What, you're leaving? You just got here. Who's there? From Batman.
Hey, everybody, this is from Batman. Just remember that Cloud City is a free place, everybody.
Can you dig it?
Sucker.
How are we supposed to call him?
He gave me a cell phone number.
Actually, it would barely be a beeper.
Yeah. The Batman.
Oh, somebody's got to go to work.
Yep.
Don't work too late.
Don't work too late. Don't stay up too late. You got to get up for work in the morning, Bruce.
Have fun storming the castle.
Yep. Bye-bye, boys. Oh, hi, Alfred. Thank you.
Oh, hi, Alfred. I could get used to this life. Home, Alfred.
This is the life that Selena Kyle turned down.
I know. Well, Selena Kyle's messed in the head. That's
she is. I'd love to live with you in your mansion in the fairy tale. Yeah, this soundtrack is so good too, like this orchestral soundtrack.
Well, it's Danny Elfman.
Yeah, so good. Dun, 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 dun. It's so true when you're walking around the Batman, when you're walking through the Batman ride, and they're just playing this over the speaker. It's so good.
Yeah.
All right. Good times.
It's an iconic theme. You just hear, this. To me, it's like one of it's up there with Harry Potter, Jurassic Park,
Superman.
Like just Superman. Yeah. You just hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, Pirates of the Caribbean, some of my favorite score themes that instantly all you think of is the movie as soon as the moment you hear it.
For me, it's this, and it's Back to the Future. Like it's the Alan Silvestri. Yeah, like that's my other one is that, and then I think it's probably Star Wars for John Williams.
We used to have a show on the pop feed by the great Glenn Butler. It was called the Glenn Butler Podcast Spectacular.
Yes.
And a lot of his shows were about soundtracks, and he was a big time music guy. Miss Glenny. I've hung out with Glenny a few times. Really good guy.
Yeah.
But he decided to step away from podcasting. He does a little bit of stuff on his own. I don't know if he's done anything for a while, but yeah, cool stuff. Well, thank you for making it after you double booked yourself.
I know. I am so sorry. I do
okay.
apologize. I will make sure that I need to get better with booking on these things. I've double booked myself a couple of times now. So
well, you're kind of a whore, Keith. I have to tell you, you're a little bit of a whore when it comes to you're great on pods. I don't think you know how to say no.
I just love it so much.
It is. It's fun, man.
It is.
It's addicting.
It'd be one thing if I was talking to you guys and you guys sucked, but like none of you guys suck. Like you're all fun people who actually.
And you don't do the editing too. Like for me, it's like, oh man, I got to edit. Like one thing about starting a little later was I edited 4 podcasts.
Oh.
They're all Stream Lounge.
Oh, good.
Some of the 3 of them are Pod Blast from the Pixar Watch, but still, I use it. I use my time wisely.
Yes, and you have
and
you have a full-time job.
Full-time job, 2 kids,
2 kids,
2 pets.
You're a busy man.
Maybe a girlfriend. I don't know.
Oh, well, congratulations.
No, it's the opposite.
Oh,
I don't know if I still do.
Oh, you don't know if you still do. Oh,
well, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Things work out? Did things work out well for Valentine's Day? Oh wow! Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
We'll talk.
We'll talk off like okay, good. Well, on that note,
this is because this is recorded.
Yes.
That's why.
Where can we find you?
Where can you find me? Oh my God! Nobody ever asked me where they could find me.
I want to know where I can find more of you.
Well, you could find me here on Stream Lounge. And first off, me on Stream Lounge here, pretty much every Wednesday I try to do it. I alternate between Blockbuster Rewatch.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said, we did Batman tonight. In 2 weeks' time, I will be doing Wakanda Forever. And then after that, I will do Batman Returns.
Yes.
And then I plan to do Armageddon.
Mm.
And then I'm diving into the Star Wars. And I'll be doing Star Wars for a few months after that. And then after that, it's TBD, probably the Harry Potters maybe, which I was supposed to do, which I had started doing with Shiflett and Miranda. But it's just really hard scheduling-wise. So I might just do them on my own.
Yeah.
And on the other Wednesdays, right now, I'm doing a Pixar rewatch series where I'm going to watch 3 Pixar shorts, and then I will watch a feature. I am up to the next one I'm doing, I believe, is Monsters University.
Oh, good.
I just did Brave. Really enjoyed that movie. I hadn't seen that for a while. Yeah, and in terms of podcasts, on the pop feed, you got the Video Jukebox Song of the Day, which I'm a big part of. You're a big part of. Steve is a big part of. And then there are also, I'm trying to bring back some of my other shows, but the current shows right now, Cartoons of Our Youth. Episode 2 is recording next week with Tim Capel, and we're going to talk about and watch 2 episodes of Gargoyles. I have never seen it. One of Tim's favorite cartoons, so we're going to watch that. You're welcome to come on.
A long time ago,
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. That's why it's called Cartoons of Our Youth. First episode was G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, which Sean and I marked out about G.I. Joe, and we watched an awesome 2-part episode that he picked out. So yeah, you're more than welcome. People want to come on there, talk about their favorite shows, and then we watch it a little bit. Similar to the format Jenny does with Pluto. I'm going to try to get Laugh in Theater back on a semi-regular basis here in Pop. The Muppet Pod should be coming back soon. The Disney Pod. That's really hard when you're the middleman of the 3 co-hosts and there's a 9-hour time difference between the other 2. So it's kind of hard. Yeah. Plus days off kind of messed that up a little bit too. And then on the wrestling feed right now I have Who's Next. Waiting for the return of Making Mount Rushmore Wrestling Edition. I heard somebody wanted to take that show over, but I haven't seen anything.
I know. I need to come up with some categories because now it's like I see they do the drafts, and the drafts are very similar to the Making Mount Rushmore. That's different. Yeah. But the thing I like about it though is that if I have multiple people that I can get to do it, then it'll be fun because we'll get different takes on it, And I want to, I want to get some good themes. Like I don't want to just do best technical wrestler or best,
Well, look at what we've done already on the Google sheet, and that can maybe give you an idea of other things you can do. But yeah, so check that out, and then check out the website, placetobenation.com, the Place to Be Facebook group, the Stretch Project, Greatest Pop Culture TV Comedies is underway right now. People should be getting their list together. We're going to start maybe doing some pod blasts where people can campaign for shows if they'd like. do a short little 5-minute thing if you like
cool,
on your favorite comedy and, sing its praises. There could be people doing posts about it in the Facebook group. You could be doing something for the website, whatever. You want to campaign for a show that you think's not going to get the love it deserves? Have at it. It should Seinfeld get the top spot? Should Friends get the top spot? Should, where would you put something like, I don't know, Perfect Strangers? Where should that go?
Good show.
Kind of thing. Like it's not necessarily campaigning for what should win. You should you can campaign for stuff that you think deserve a place.
Yeah, it's almost like you want to campaign for honorable mentions.
Yeah,
and see where they get listed.
Like if there's a show that you loved and you're like, oh, this should be in the top 20, campaign for that sucker, man. Go for it. So check that out. And those lists will be due by July 31st. We'll work on getting the link up by to submit your ballots hopefully by the 4th of July. So that's the plan. And then we will reveal the results starting on Labor Day. Every Monday it'll go up until we get all the way through every show that gets a vote will be listed. Other than that, yeah. Well, where can you be found, Keith?
Well, I am always on GFA Live with Petey, and that's on Stream. I almost said StreamCloud.
Podbean.
Is it on Podbean? I think it might be, but I know it's on Spotify. I know it's on SoundCloud, and I know it's on Apple Podcasts. So wherever you can get your podcasts, I am the co-host on the Multiverse of Fabulousness on the North-South Connection. Also, you can hear me, as you said, one of the regulars on the Pop Video Jukebox Song of the Day on the PTBN Pop feed. Also making Mount Rushmore. We just did a recent episode where
the last guy who showed up as a panelist as much as you do became the host of the show. Just so you know, because I'm the original host moderator of that. And Steve started showing up so much. It's like the guy that's like hanging around so much. Might as well just hire him.
Hey, if Steve ever wants to take a break, I'll moderate. But I mean, one of the things I notice is that when he moderates, he doesn't get to put his 2 cents in really for his own selections. He adds, but he doesn't get to put in. And I don't know if that would be what I'd want to still put in because the topics that come up I love. I mean, the one we just did on Monday. I mean, the Monday show was great. It was TV couples and movie couples, and I mean, it was probably like a 2.5 hour show that we did, and we.
Oh yeah, it was because I had.
Oh, you did edit it, and and you heard how much we were laughing. Like we were laughing. We had a lot of jokes. What?
I don't have time.
Okay.
To all the pods I edit.
Well, that's true. But I mean, that was you know what? That would be something that I would recommend anybody that's into television and movies because it was great. We went over some really interesting couples, and I will say that. None of us shared the couples on the TV side, but there was a couple of shared on the movie side. But it worked out really well. Great show. And then I just was on the Chronoso Monthly. I just did WrestleMania 3. I was able to review Savage Steamboat, which Ryan sent me a little text inside. He said, "You did that match a lot of justice." And I was like, "Of course." I'm like, "How can you not?" So and then. I mean, I like to, as you said, I'm a whore. I'm a bit of a whore. I show up everywhere. But yes, I do want to start up the making Mount Rushmore for wrestling. I have to get comfortable editing, and then I'll be able to edit. And I know you can edit, but I don't want to be sending you stuff and be like, "Hey, fix this for me." You know what I mean? Like I want to learn how to do it myself because eventually I'll launch my own show. So and then I hopefully have you on my show. You'll be a guest. Yes, awesome. I want many guests. I want to have everybody on. So yeah, but
cool.
Yeah, and then if anybody else, just check out my Twitter at Flounder824, and just for any updates and things like that. But this was great, man. I'm so glad I'm so glad you hung around and you let me come in late because this is, like I said, this is one of my favorite movies. This is my Batman, and I definitely got giddy at the Super Bowl because I was like, "Oh, Michael Keaton, you're in the friggin' my world again." Like, I mean, if I ever, he's one of the top people I would love to meet just because not only for this, but I mean, I think one of the first movies I ever saw was Mr. Mom. And I love that. And then Night Shift. Remember Night Shift with Henry Winkler? I mean, like, such a good movie that so many people I don't think know about, like, Night Shift. Because it was, like, really when he first started out and everything. Yeah. It's such a good movie. And then I think like Beetlejuice. I watch Beetlejuice whenever it's on. Beetlejuice is one of those movies that I watch it wherever it's at. When I turn it on, I finish it because it's so good. So, much love and respect to Michael Keaton and to Batman, and of course the great Jack Nicholson. So, but thank you again, and
you're welcome.
You have a fantastic rest of your evening.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everybody on Stream Lounge, as always.
Yes. Thanks, Paul.
And
I think Paul hung around with us the whole time.
Paul, and the unidentified guest tonight, who never identified themselves. No. Thank you for coming in. Usually we go, guest, identify yourself when somebody comes in, but we didn't do that tonight. And everybody listening in pod form on Blockbuster Rewatch, thank you very much as well. And we'll see you on the next one.
Take care.